Okay. Good morning, everyone. Below is an overview of the key topics to be addressed during our discussion. Let's begin with a recap about the fundamentals or the core of classical geometry, which is the Euclidean geometry, basically his five postulates. We know that the first four was easy to understand, right? Hindi tulad ng panglima, it was quite complex. The fifth postulate, also called the parallel postulate, stands out because it's not as straightforward as the others. Euclid himself avoided using it in his proof unless it is necessary. Maraming mathematician ang nag-try na i-prove ang parallel postulate, which is yung nakikita niyo dito sa presentation, and also wondered if it can be derived from the first four postulates. Well, that questions persisted for over 2,000 years. Efforts to prove the parallel postulate using the first four failed, but may something na unexpected ang nangyari. Well, you see, modifying the postulate didn't create contradictions, but instead resulted in new geometries. Mathematicians discovered that if you modify the fifth postulate, an entirely new kind of geometry emerges. Dito na nagkaroon ng tinatawag na non-Euclidean geometry. From the word non-Euclidean, well, it refers to any form of geometry that differs from Euclidean geometry. In short, kahit anong geometry na hindi kabilang si Euclid. Non-Euclidean geometry comes in two primary forms, spherical and hyperbolic. Spherical has a positive curvature or it bends inward, while hyperbolic bends outward or has negative curvature. Today we'll focus only on hyperbolic geometry. Gaya nga ng sabi ko, hyperbolic geometry describes spaces with constant negative curvature. Parang Pringle chips yung mabibili nyo sa 7-Eleven. Well, aside from it has negative curvature, ano nga ba ang hyperbolic geometry? Hyperbolic geometry accepts the first four postulates of Euclidean geometry but rejects the parallel postulate, replacing it with its negation o kabaliktaran nito. Para mas maintindihan natin, kailangan nating malaman kung ano nga ba ang pinagkaiba ng hyperbolic geometry sa Euclidean geometry. As you can see on the presentation, the space in Euclidean geometry is flat, like a plane. While in hyperbolic geometry, ulitin dyan na naman, it is negatively curved, similar to the shape of a Pringle chip. It bends away from itself. Let's take a look at the parallel lines of Euclidean geometry and hyperbolic geometry. The lines in Euclidean geometry is straight, pero sa hyperbolic is nagbend outward kasi nga its space has negative curvature. With that knowledge, we should be able to understand what it means to negate Euclid's parallel postulate. So, according to hyperbolic geometry, through any point P not on line M, there exist at least two lines that do not intersect M. Meaning, rejecting the idea of Euclidean geometry that there is exactly one line through a point that do not intersect that given line. Instead, in hyperbolic geometry, there are infinitely many such lines. Para mas simple, ang ibig sabihin lang naman is that sa Euclidean geometry, isa lang ang parallel sa given line. In hyperbolic, there are infinitely lines that is parallel to a given line since the lines are curved and therefore it doesn't intersect the line M. Bear in mind na hindi lang parallel lines ang pinagkaiba nila. It also applied to angle sum of the triangle. Angle sum typically refers to total measures of angle in geometric figure. Do you have any guess why triangle is hyperbolic? In hyperbolic geometry is less than 180 degrees. Kasi kung makikita nyo, sa Euclidean is equal to 180. However, sa hyperbolic, less than 180. So, paano nga ba nangyayari yan? It is because the segment in hyperbolic triangle are curved inward. Like what I said earlier, hyperbolic space has negative curvature. So, kung mapapansin nyo sa hyperbolic geometry, yung triangle is nag-curve yung segments outward. So, therefore, yung angles sa loob is magiging less than 180 degrees. Furthermore, in Euclidean geometry, two triangles are considered similar if they have the same shape but differ in size. This occurs in their corresponding are equal and their corresponding sides are proportional. Sides are proportional. The criteria for similarity include yung makikita nyo dan, AAS. Siguro alam nyo naman yung meaning yan, angle, side, tatlong side angle, side. In hyperbolic geometry, the concept of triangle similarity is significantly different due to the nature of hyperbolic plane. Well, similarity does not universally exist because angles and shape are independent on the triangle size, meaning triangles in hyperbolic geometry do not generally have the property that corresponds angle being equal ensures similarity, gaya ng Euclidean geometry. This is because in hyperbolic geometry, the sum of the angles of a triangle is always less than 180 degrees, and this deficit, called the angle defect, varies based on the size of the triangle. So, mas malaking triangle, mas maliit ang angle sum. And kapag mas maliit na triangle, mas malaki naman ang angle sum. Take a look at this model where hyperbolic space can be seen. There are actually four models of hyperbolic geometry, but we will only focus on one and two: Beltrami-Klein model and Poincare model. Gamit itong dalawang model, we can prove the parallel postulate where there's actually infinite parallel lines through a point not on a given line. The Beltrami-Klein model and the Poincare disk model are two ways to represent hyperbolic geometry within a circular disk. Well, Beltrami-Klein model consists of an open disk in the Euclidean plane whose open chords corresponds to hyperbolic lines. So yung chords is yung makikita nyo is yung mga straight lines sa loob ng circles. And the circle or the boundary is considered infinite, or it was called the absolute. This simplicity makes it useful for straight line geometry, though distances are distorted and the boundary is unreachable in finite distance. Kung mapapansin nyo, yung boundary kung titignan natin is finite lang siya. Pero sa hyperbolic space, it actually represents infinity. Going back to the condition of parallel lines, di ba sabi if a line do not intersect the other line, then the two lines are parallel. Kung titignan natin sa presentation, there's actually more than two lines through P that do not intersect line L. So there are many chords that intersect P but do not intersect the line L. Therefore, there are many such line that is parallel to the given line, which is line L. Therefore, parallel postulates does not hold in a hyperbolic plane. This model is especially used for visualizing straight hyperbolic lines, but it has limitations. Because it distorts angles, it's not the best choice for studying angular relationships. For that, models like Poincaré disk are often referred. In Poincaré model, a line is represented as arc of the circle whose ends are perpendicular to the disk boundary. Meaning sa, 'di ba sa Beltrami-Klein model represents yung line is chord. Ang pinagkaiban lang nila is sa Poincaré model is it's an arc. And kapag titignan nyo dito sa pinaka dulo, dito, and this angle is 90 degrees. The Poincare model represents lines as arc perpendicular to boundary and preserve angles, making it ideal angle related to visualizing hyperbolic tessellations. Ang pinagkaiba lang nito sa Beltrami bukod sa arcs and chords is that the the angle perspective or the projection. Ang ginamit kasi sa Beltrami-Klein model is orthographic projection, which is kapag papansin nyo, straight lang siya. So therefore, straight lang yung parang shadow niya sa baba. So kaya chords yung lumalabas sa hyperbolic disk. While in Poincaré model, gumagamit siya ng stereographic projection. Kung titignan nyo yung ilaw, yung reflection niya is nagke-create ng arcs. So therefore, mas maganda itong Poincaré kasi na-preserve niya yung talagang angle ng arcs or lines in a given hyperbolic disk. So before we end our lesson, is there some questions you'd like to ask, guys? So since walang nagtanong, that ends our discussion. Thank you.